Hey guys, it's your girl Robin Angela from Brown Bird Events, where we mix creativity with excellence. I just wanted to talk to you today about a topic that's important to me, and that's prioritizing what's most important. I tell you, as a wedding and event planner, there are multiple hats that you can wear at any given time. And this does just not affect our industry, but whatever industry that you are in, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, it doesn't matter. This topic can go or apply across the board to anybody. And that's prioritizing what's most important. So I have a little cue card here, not to help me remember, but I did not want to forget any of these points. I want to make sure that I cover all the points. So just stay with me here. So number one, you need to remove any major distractions. For example, cell phone ring, text messages. Maybe it's the kids are too noisy and we can't remove kids. So FYI, we do not remove the kids, but maybe we need to get something to occupy them, depending on their age or, schedule around that. Also, removing distractions can come in the form of toxic relationships, toxic work environments. It really anything that is like a big boulder in your way, and it's blocking what you need to be done. It needs to be removed and uprooted. Don't be afraid to uproot things that are really not healthy for you and are causing you distraction. Two, you need to create a list of daily duties, right? Think of any and everything that you need to do. And of course, lists change from day to day. I myself do have a daily list. I have a weekly list. I have a monthly list, so forth and so on to semi-annual, and annual, because I have different tasks, during different times of the year. But you need to write down any and everything that you really need to do. Okay. And so after you have written and created your list, you need to prioritize. You're not going to, and I had to learn this the very hard way, you're not going to accomplish every single thing on your list all the time. It doesn't work that way. Life happens. Maybe you woke up, your child is sick. Maybe you woke up, you're sick. Maybe you woke up, and you get a call from a family member, and it's a 911 and you need to rush over there, or whatever may come up in the day. Things happen. So a lot of times things get pushed back, right? Maybe you have to prepare dinner last minute, and that's affecting how you flow with your day. So you definitely need to prioritize in that day what is most important. I had a teacher, his name is Jim Andrews, but I say him was, sorry, I'm a little tongue tied here. I say was because I had him a couple years ago for school, but his name is Jim Andrews. And one of the things he taught us is make the most important thing the most important thing. And that really stuck with me, and it resonated with me because I'm like, you know what? A lot of times we tend to focus on a lot of things that have nothing to do with the overall vision or goal that we're trying to achieve. So you definitely want to prioritize. And the way I make my priorities each day, the way I prioritize them, is from a high to low. What really is sticking out? What's a red flag for me in that day? Is it laundry? Is laundry screaming? Are clothes piled up to here? Is it dirty dishes? Maybe it's the bathroom. And those are household. But maybe it's an email that you need to send out. And there are other tools that you can use to help you out. I schedule a lot of my emails. I don't have time every single day to create an email. Use templates. There are things that you can do to kind of shorten that. And that's just a little tidbit here. Next, after you prioritize from high to low, what you can do in that day, there's a certain cutoff point. Then we stop, right? So we did just, maybe you have 5 major things to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I stop. Why? Because nobody wants to go into the way of burnout. Burnout does not feel good to anyone. And when we burn out, we make mistakes. We're cranky. We're not nice to people. And it could be not healthy. It could be toxic for us to be experiencing burnout. So that's not something you want to do. Be patient with yourself and just say, hey, that's okay. I didn't get to it today. I'll get to it tomorrow. So next, after you have done those things, you want to beautify your space. And maybe you don't work in an office environment, or maybe you work you have a home office, or you work in a car. You might be a truck driver. I don't know. But it does not mean you can't even beautify your space even as a truck driver. Maybe you have a picture of family, or maybe something scented in the car, or maybe when you're at the office, some fresh flowers. Fresh flowers always do it for me. And maybe just wiping down your desk, having a clean workspace. I don't know. Each job is, excuse me, each job is different. Maybe you can have a nice smelling fragrance like Scentsy. Scentsy you can put in the bathrooms, you can put on your desk, and it makes your whole area smell great. So beautify your space. Make it inspirational for you. Make it to where you are excited to work, excited to see progress, okay? And then lastly, once you have beautified your space, now is a focus time. Now, focusing can be one of the hardest parts for people, because after you have done everything else, now it's time to actually do the work, right? And so we have to get in a mode of, I'm ready to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to do this task. I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to dive into it. And the way you can dive into it is take a deep breath. For those who pray. And then you need to look at your phone and say, I'm not picking up that phone, not unless it's a 911 or emergency. Of course, if you have a spouse, my husband and I, and that's our thing, we always pick up for one another. Because we don't know what it is. And that's my boo. So I'm going to pick up the phone. I do pick up the phone for my children, and I do pick up the phone for my parents. So that's my thing. And if you're not one of those people, you start subcategorizing. Does it mean they're not important? No, it does not mean that they're not important and they don't have a place in your life. Absolutely, they're important. However, I've learned over time from myself, a lot of times it's just distractions. Random text messages that might not have anything to do with anything, or a phone call. And you go to answer that text message and you forget you have this task waiting, or you go to answer that phone call and it's like a half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour chewed out of your day. And so ways to kind of retrain people is just to gently say, hey, maybe you can start off by answering the text message. Listen, I'm usually, working during this, this time. It's better for me if we can talk here. Or maybe I can call you on the weekends, because the weekdays are really hectic for me. And people might be offended at first, but they will begin to understand once you start to gently train, because you have goals to accomplish, and they're really broken down into daily tasks. And if you don't focus in, it'll be, months and months. Did you ever get that done? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get to it. No, you're not, because every single time you're distracted. So that's not meant to be, this is not a beat up session. This is not a heavy session. These are things, and you talking about preaching to myself first. I struggled with this for a long time. And so I've gotten to a point where I have not mastered it, but I definitely am able to multitask and handle prioritizing what's important. And so I just want to share that with you. I always like to say, if nobody told you that they love you today, I love you. You can book an appointment or a consultation with me at bbevents.simplybook.me. And again, that's bbevents.simplybook.me. And you can visit our website at brownbirdevents.com. I'm also on social media as well. Hey, listen, guys, I hope you have a great day. And remember, again, my name is Robin Angela, Brown Bird Events, and we always mix creativity with excellence. Hey, guys, have a wonderful day. Thanks.